should there even be a live action Avatar? Period.
Dang.
Like, okay, let's just go for Avatar: Last Airbender. Should there ever be a live action creation, regardless if they should make another movie or currently what they're doing with this TV show?
See, if you're thinking about it in terms of like what's already out, which is that one movie, oh gosh.
There was a movie? I should see this.
I've never seen the movie, but like
Oh, you've never seen it?
No, my roommates showed me like a clip
Oh, it's so bad.
where the Earthbenders,
Oh my god.
the Earthbenders were collectively doing this dance
Yeah.
to raise this little pebble up and then like shoot it at someone. And I was like, what? I never want to see this movie.
Yeah.
But like the fact that the creators are behind the series that's coming out, right? For Netflix, that gives me some faith in it. Because like the creators are obviously not gonna like want something bad to be presented, right?
Yeah.
So at the very least, with them there, it makes me feel excited. I'm looking forward to the live action one for Netflix.
Let me ask you guys a question. Is there any situation where creating live action from a animation has ever been
Good.
like has ever worked or like produced something amazing? Because I'm trying to think, and nothing is really coming to mind. I feel like I'm like skipping something in my head.
Okay.
Did you like
nothing,
Detective Pikachu?
I didn't watch it.
Oh.
Okay, nothing big, but like there was a what's it called? Recreation of Recess that I saw on Facebook.
A live action?
It was like a live action, like it was some sort of like a short. It was almost like a short film, and it was well done. Like I would almost argue, like when I watched it, I was like, "Is this a Netflix special?" Like it was really good and well done. But see, that's the only thing on top of my head, and even the way they did it again was like they made sure they were in the future, so it wasn't because they obviously couldn't get kids to play it off. So they did it in a way that worked.
Right.
But again, since it's Recess is not like a crazy animated flying all these type of
Right.
magical stuff. It's a grounded
Right.
TV show dealing with kids. So the possibility of that being created live action could be done well.
Yeah, like, but even that, like, that's a separate story.
Yeah.
Like, that's a separate, like, situation. You're not, like, completely ripping the story off of the animated version and then just transcribing that into live action.
Right. I mean, that's the same with Detective Pikachu. It doesn't actually rip a story off.
Right.
It's its own
Yeah.
story.
Right. So I'm trying to think if there's ever been a situation where, like, you take the same story and you just make it live action and it's great. Like, I feel like it's happened a bunch of times, but I just, like, nothing comes to mind. Everything that's coming to mind is,
Yeah.
like, sucky stuff.
And even then, like, I don't think they ever recreate it to be the exact same because they have to cut stuff out. of the main story
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
to save either time, money,
Which makes
or
sense.
just like effects, stuff like that.
Yeah, but like they're still treading over the same like story points and stuff like they're not creating a completely different plot. The live action version of Avatar, the movie, it's the same story as book one. Like it's just that story, but they chopped it up and like condensed it to make it,
Right.
you know, fit in a 2-hour thing. Yeah, like it's just I don't think that it works, and I feel like it's almost not worth it to try to recreate it. Like even I didn't watch it, but the Death Note live action that Netflix did,
I heard about it.
Yeah.
I heard about it. It didn't seem like anybody liked it, and it's just like
So I guess the real question we want to ask is why does this not work? Like why is it so hard for a live action version of a cartoon, especially if it's something that's been done? Shouldn't it be easier? Shouldn't it?
I mean, it's as you said, right? It's like there's a certain style to animation that is very hard to replicate in live action. Mm-hmm. And if you can't get that style right, it's harder to like grab onto the tone. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have those two things right, you don't have the essence of what made the show like what it is, right? Yeah. You're missing a large part of it.
Exactly.
And they're just like the simple fact is that there are things that work better animated than they do live action, and vice versa.
Yeah, I agree with you guys on all of those points. But just because I'm such a huge Avatar fan, like I really want this to work somehow. It's like a blind hope, you know?
Blind hope.
Yeah, I think I get that. I almost feel that if they did a live action like, what's the book that came out? The Promise or the Search?
The Search.
Yeah.
For Zuko's mom.
Yeah, for Zuko's mom. Like if they did a live action thing of that, I feel like it would almost be better than actually trying to recreate the cartoon.
Yeah.
Because then you can almost like judge it for its own standards, and also there hasn't been like anything animated for that either.
Yeah, yeah. Or for me, I think what would have been even better is if, like, again, in between like Aang's death and Korra becoming the Avatar from book 1, if we focus the Equalists. Like, you just have a live action story about how the Equalists hate bending and all that. Now we don't have to worry about CGI being great because we're trying to focus more on the people getting away from benders.
Yeah.
And we can just play off of that.
Or like a Republic City sort of history.
Or a sitcom.
I mean, there
sitcom
actually
Republic
have been like history about Republic City in the comics as well.
Yeah.
Not Siri.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Mr. Robot.
Yeah, but another reason why I also have a problem with this as well, not just because of the instance with cartoons being played off and then the original mindset behind it, but playing off the original mindset behind it is that, again, like, this is, at the end of the day, this is a business move, right? And that's kind of what's the problem with it versus a creative move. Because when Avatar first was created, it was a creative move. I mean, yes, there's a business marketing. Like, there was a marketing towards, we want to get these type of kids. We want to appeal to this type of crowd audience, right? But now, like, clearly, like, again, even them having the creators, that still seems like a business move. It still seems like it kind of reminds me of Dragon Ball Super, where it's like, okay, we have Kira Toriyama, so if anything goes wrong, he was there. So it's like, that's how I feel again with the creators being there, where it's like, oh, you know.
So you're saying it's basically just a tactic to show the public, hey, we have the creators on board. You guys should check this out. And that's a business move because, you know, more people are going to check it out because the creators are there.
Exactly. And then if anything goes wrong,
they're probably not even doing much. The creators are probably not doing much. Is that what you're implying?
It could be one, they're not doing much, or two, it's like, again, it's just the idea of that, like, again, it's just that, again, going back to business mindset. So even if they are trying to be creative with it, there's still that business mindset in the head of it. Of course. So that's my biggest issue with it, that the mindset coming in is already not in the best scenario. And there's that saying in the Art of War that the battle's won before it's ever fought, based on the mindset. So
yeah, but maybe the business mindset is sort of like, hey, we'll profit off of this more if we make good content.
I mean, I'm not saying business mindset is, again, wrong, because, again, obviously when Avatar was created, it was obviously business that worked. But going back to what I said, creative mindset, that it's like, I don't think the creators themselves were thinking, let me make a live action Avatar show. Instead, I think what happened was, hey, we need to make a live action Avatar. I know you haven't really made anything since Legend of Korra. Come on, just make some few bucks. And they're like, all right, fine. So that's how I feel.
I see. Well, let's hope that by some miracle, someone wants to see Avatar live action made because they want to see like an awesome perspective to really bring it to life somehow, you know.
Let's hope this is the first great live action remake of a beloved television show.
I really hope I'm wrong, but I'm going into
that'd be great. Like, if this ends up being like amazing, then we'll all be like loving it.
You better bet we're gonna watch it too.
Yeah. Of course.
We'll remake this video and be like, this Chuku was wrong. So you know,
or Chuku was right. That's gonna be our first like sentence when we do the review. We're gonna be like, Chuku was wrong or Chuku was right.
Chuku was wrong.
That's our first sentence for the review video.
That's the first review.
Okay.